I do think thin is just beautiful.
Somehow I wanted to lose weight. That was the main aim.
Really a lean look is in. The lean you are, the better you look.
You are like a prisoner in your own body.
2 of the 6 packs have arrived.
Are you like us wondering what this fuss is all about? Then welcome to the world of the slim and the striving to be slim, where the vocabulary includes words like Atkins, the South Beach diet, the cabbage soup diet, no carbs, personal trainers, power yoga, spinning, and anything and everything to do with weight loss.
I had a few friends of mine who were as skinny as me, and I saw them, working out, and I really saw a lot of change in their body. And I just thought maybe I should give it a try too.
The thin mania seems to have embedded the Indian psyche like never before. Everyone's living in the fear of fat. It's okay to lose weight, but the question we're asking is, how far will you go to lose those extra inches? How far will you go to become a lean, mean machine? How far will you go to look like this?
Whenever I wear clothes, it really looks good on me, So I don't have any issues about whether I should wear this or that, because I look good in anything I wear.
Fat is an ugly word today. Pick up a fashion magazine, watch a television show, a movie, or even an ad, and you'll know.
You'll never fit into that. It's a size 7.
The celebration of the lean, thin, and sometimes even the emaciated has never ever been as dangerously unabashed as it is today. And joining this perverse kill every inch of flab bandwagon is a much carried away urban India. As skinny takes over healthy and brutal shortcuts take over natural metabolisms, what we're left with are unhealthy stereotypes, misguided youngsters stretching every muscle in their body along with their imagination and bank balance to get those coveted six-pack abs. Whether old or young, slim or plump, everyone's busy counting calories.
Unfortunately, we are maybe 10 years behind the West. Whenever they've decided to become healthy and fit, we've decided to become slim and thin.
There's this case that I remember who was she was about 70 kilos and she desperately wanted to get thin. And then she went to some dietitian who put her on a freak diet. I mean, all that she was supposed to eat was 24 Mari biscuits a day to lose weight. All that she landed up with was a problem in her joints, a lower back ache, and multiple problems with her reproductive system.
Like most things, this too starts with a misconception of mythical proportions. Success, it is believed today, wears a size XS. And the only way to get there is to fit in. Starve yourself silly, or perhaps go on an overkill workout, do whatever it takes to battle the bulge. The message packaged in glossy ads and hoardings going out to the young, the old, the impressionable, the mature is the same risky one. A thin person is better off, more successful, emotionally stable, and perhaps happier. At the heart of this matter, then, lies a dangerous premise, and that which has plenty of takers who have invested their belief in the myth that thin equals to happy. So, has the thin mania taken over not just the body, but also the mind? Is thin today being sold as a shortcut to happiness?
I always wanted to be a slim person. The moment I don't exercise, I start feeling heavy on my arms and my waist.
It was exactly this paranoia that made Sonia experiment beyond the regular gyms and diets. When the Genius treatment, an energy beam technology, made its first appearance in Mumbai, Sonia did not hesitate to take that first experimental risk.
I always felt, my lower abdomen and higher abdomen is very bulky compared to my body. And I always wanted a flat tummy, which was not possible. The Cosmetic Surgery Institute He's the first one in Bombay who's got this machine. So I could not talk to anybody, but I went and spoke to them, and I was very convinced about the entire procedure.
The Genius treatment is a walk-in, walk-out procedure where a specified area in your body is marked out and fat cells from there are selectively disrupted. The entire process takes about 90 minutes and the person can actually go back to their daily routine almost immediately. Sounds magical. Well, like every instant therapy mechanism, even though non-surgical, side effects are only inevitable, and it's advisable to do a thorough background check of the institute and the doctor before going in for any procedure. But an obsession with weight loss and a craving for instant results is what makes clients like Sonia such blind believers. Believers who go to any extent to lose those extra kilos.
This is not a shortcut. Basically, you are diffusing the fat cells and you're not going under a surgery. And then, like you're working out also. In this kind of treatment, that is very important.
If it makes her happy, then definitely. And it's not like it was something scary because there was no messiness of a surgery. It was pretty natural.
Every surgery has an element of risk, and I don't think people are that attuned to the fact that the minute you invade your body, there is an element of risk of eventual death also sometimes.
Obsession about one's weight might have disastrous consequences. An exodus of clients, gyms bursting at the seams, and pressure for quick results have given birth to a string of trainers who are inexperienced and inept. Geetanjali, an upcoming model and actor, met with an unfortunate accident 8 years ago. She resumed her workout routine few months after the accident, but complete misguidance on the part of the trainer left her with a problem that may today never really go away.
I was 16 when I had an accident which led to a multiple disc prolapse of the spine, because of which I had a surgery, a spinal surgery. And after that, maybe I was misguided or what, I was told that cardio will help me, to lead a normal life. But apparently 5 years down the line, again I had to undergo another spinal surgery because cardio was not good enough. Yes, there are people who, they don't know what they're talking about. They just give you free advice. Then I knew that I had to take the reins in my hands and do it my way.
In Geetanjali's case, she's an aspiring model. For her, thin equals success. And even if her profession didn't demand it, Geetanjali is quite vocal about the fact that thin is in.
Now, even if you go for an interview, suppose if I'm the interviewer and there are two people who are sitting in front of me, one is thin, one is very obese, the intelligence level is the same, I'll definitely go for somebody who's more pleasant looking.
So more than peer pressure or a fad, cracking the whip on yourself to fit into those size 0 pair of skinny jeans is the result of a scarily changing urban mindset.
I would still want to go the extra mile where I'm lacking. I would still want my fat percentage to be down. It's 21 right now. I would want it to be as low as 19. I'm very confident that I can never put on weight.
27-year-old Anju's war with weight turned out to be a horror story that would make every health freak a tad wary. From slimming pills, fad diets to random fitness routines, Anju tried it all at her neighborhood slimming center. Their magical claim sounded too good to be true, especially for someone like her who was desperate to lose those extra kilos.
I gained 77 kg at the young age of 25. My skin was becoming very dull and lots of other problems also, and lots of embarrassment. I stopped going out. I never used to want to go out, to face my friend circle, because so embarrassment. At the age of 25, I was looking very overage. I used to hide my age. The first lady who used to hide my age. I always used to look, 30 plus. Somehow I wanted to lose weight. That was the main aim.
For Anju, thin equals acceptance. But is it? From one health regime to another, Anju was made to try out at least 3 packages. By the end of it all, she was left cheated, depressed, physically unfit, and completely exploited.
I lost 12 kg there under 3 months package. But those 3 months were toughest time of my lifetime. I paid them 1 lakh rupees, and I was following their instructions blindly with lots of sacrifices and sleepless nights. I was given a diet chart. As per that, I was not allowed to eat maximum types of food. I completed my 3 months package with 100% result. But when I was under free maintenance, that time I started gaining weight again. During that time, they advised me, okay, go for one more package. That was the moment I felt I am cheated here. When I started losing weight, they never used to appreciate me. They always used to tell me, see Anju, you lost weight. You know, look at your skin. It became very saggy. You should go over this product, you know, this is very good. You must buy that. And like a fool, I used to trust them. I used to buy all the products. That was the moment, like, it's very difficult for me to explain it to, because I spent money, I spent my time, so much stress. And not only this, my family was also suffering with me. We really feel bad, you know, there's a problem, okay, we are fat, but people should cooperate, you know, they should not pass a negative comments on us. So that things really makes us upset.
A lot of people say that their weight stops them from enjoying life to the fullest. And if that happens, they resort to drastic measures to cut the flab.
You are like a prisoner in your own body.
Born to Shine from LG.
Lift the world weight, lift the world weight. Lift the world weight, lift the world weight. Wash and start, chillin', start cooking, start cooling, start can't stop. Lift the world weight now, can't stop. Lift the world weight now. Yeah. Ho! Yeah. Fresh and start grilling, start crying, start freezing, start can't stop. Lift the world weight now, can't stop. Lift the world weight now. Lift the world weight, lift the world weight. Lift the world weight, lift the world weight now. Forever star, power star, lifestyle, and you're a star, can't stop. Lift the world weight now.
Kenstar presents Endura with long life technology. Kenstar, live the world way.
शालिनी चोपड़ा के स्टाइल आइकन बनने का राज क्या है? अब झांक कर नकल करने की जरूरत नहीं, यही काफी है।
पेश है नैरोलैक कलर स्टाइल्स, जिससे आप चुन सकते हैं ऐसे रंग जो आपके व्यक्तित्व को झलकाते हैं और आपको बनाते हैं स्टाइल आइकॉन।
Is just a milestone on our way to the next one. The Murugappa Group, solid, driven. Tickets to the amusement park, 5,600 rupees. Watching your parents become children again, priceless. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard.
Not one of these homeless pups will survive to adulthood. Save a life. Bring an Indian dog home today. Call 1-800-11-2121.
The obsession to get fit, to lose all those extra inches and go from size medium to size extra small, is the force that's driving not only everyone around us crazy, but it's also got our celebs fighting fit. Otherwise, how do you explain Bebo's transformation from healthy to skinny in just a span of a few short months? And even King Khan, who scoffed at bare-chested actors in the not-so-recent past, has taken off his shirt for Om Shanti Om to reveal a carefully sculpted torso that's left his fans gasping in awe.
मैं इतनी उम्र में आकर भी मुझे होप थी कि मैं एब्स बना सकूंगा. When I look at the bodies of these great guys like amazing stars like Salman or John or Hrithik, they all look really nice and I just felt कि अगर मैं ऐसा कोई गाना करूं तो शर्मिंदगी ना हो मुझे.
Last 3 years we've been really putting our efforts together, and like now suddenly he told me like he just want to get his body in good shape, and he promised Farah that he's going to do one item number. He's 40 and he's just showing them he's coming out of the like really looking great. I'm getting a lot of crowd who's coming to me up about 35 and 40, and they're telling me we want a body like that.
Shah Rukh Khan's new look phenomenal. I mean, hats off, phenomenal. But I really don't know what process did he go through. Did he go through a generative process or a degenerative process? Time will tell. But due credit to be given to him. I mean, what a transformation.
For SRK then, thin equals sexy. And this hottie at 40 has inspired an entire generation to follow suit. 40-year-old Rajesh Patel has been putting in extra hours at his gym to give competition to the biggest hero in his life.
I think Shah Rukh has exploded in people's minds. Post 40, people didn't realize that you could actually achieve that. And most people are similar to him in the sense that sedentary lifestyles, not very focused. And for a 40-year-old male to realize that he can actually look like that, the body is of a 20, 25-year-old guy, I think a lot of people have seen that and said, why not me? And we are in a world where looking good does matter. It does a phenomenal amount for your basic confidence. 2 of the 6 packs have arrived, and give it another 6 months and I think the other 4 will be in place. Shah Rukh, here I come.
Almost every avid fan wants to look like his or her favorite star. Much as it's good to be desperate about getting into as much shape as the star you adore, there are dangers here of another kind. Like a lot of other things in the film world, this unfortunately is not magic. And contrary to what the common man might think, these stars work doubly harder to look the way they do.
Many times they come in with this thing of, I don't want to get fit. I want to lose 7 kilos in 1 month. Earlier when I was doing Sonali Bendre, they want to look like Sonali Bendre. Now they want to look like Kareena Kapoor. People can't believe it, they think that she's either done some surgery, or she has anorexia, or she has bulimia, or some nonsense like that. Everybody is in search of some magic surgery or a magic diet pill or a magic exercise program. There is none. It's hard work.
The thin mania has caught on like never before. And reality shows too want to cash in on it. Quite literally. We spoke to the winner of Biggest Loser Jeetega, Sandeep Sachdeva, and asked him what it takes to put as much at stake.
People passed out on the show whenever I also passed out. I was in fact the first person who was taken to the hospital. I had everybody had a lot of medical problems. Now if you go back, everybody, none of the contestants have a medical problem. Even if I was 160, 170, I am so confident I would have come down to the same levels, because no matter how obese one is, I think so it's all in the mind as to how you place yourself.
When Sandeep entered the contest, he weighed 124.9 kilos, and at the end of 3 months, he lost 50.7 kilos and made a neat 50.7 lakh rupees in the bargain. Yes, as per this contract, the losers were entitled to get 1 lakh rupees for losing every single kilo. For Sandeep then, thin equals rich.
It's a dual benefit. Firstly, I get to lose all the weight which I've put on. and secondly, I get an opportunity to come on television, and it's been a brilliant break. It was like, it's do or die, and every day was a challenge, every session was a challenge.
Shows like Bigger Loser Jeetega, which have such unrealistic goals that obviously when you don't reach those goals, you're bound to be devastated. But usually, what is healthy, what is in moderation, what is acceptable is something where people are losing a perspective on.
Let's face it, losing weight is a preoccupation with most. For some, it is a fad, a trickle-down effect that's triggered by friends and peers. For some others, it is a necessity. And if you're morbidly obese, it becomes much more than just a preoccupation. It becomes a way of life, one that you definitely want to change. Extreme methods like a gastric bypass surgery then seem like one of the few rare fallback options.
You are like a prisoner in your own body.
Abha Suchak was morbidly obese when she decided to put herself under the surgeon's knife. She underwent a gastric bypass surgery that reduced the size of her stomach by more than half. This is a procedure developed by doctors in the USA and is now a worldwide cure for obesity. For obese people who can't lose weight any other way, and when their weight is the cause for serious medical problems like hypertension and diabetes.
I was hypertensive, I was on medication, I was on antidepressants, I had a very bad knee, I could hardly walk. Last year I was on wheelchair. Then I had a very bad sleep apnea. And all this was because of my obesity. I have been on a whole yo-yo of dieting and exercising and losing weight and gaining weight and losing weight and gaining weight. It just went on and on for years. It's been only 2.5 months and I've already lost 25% of my excess weight. And I can't tell you how much better I'm already feeling.
Obesity, I think, will be one of the biggest killers in the next decade. It causes ischemic heart disease, hypertension, sleep apnea, type 2 diabetes mellitus, arthritis, a few types of cancers, and infertility. I think it is probably caused because of our changing lifestyle. We have a lot of stress, our diet patterns have changed.
Though some methods of reduction aren't as severe, the determination, effort and results can sometimes be the same. When Merrill decided that it was time to finally do something about his weight, he was 28 years old, weighing 90 kilos. In less than a year, he was down to 62. It wasn't a miracle. The effort made was planned, executed, and carried through by him alone.
My previous job, which was kind of staying in studios all day, eating food from like outside all the time. It was always like, abhi khana hai, kuch bhi khana hai. That's how you become obese. Someone once called me Farad Jadia. And like when I used to get into lifts and all, they were like, hey, oh, hang on 1 second. Yeah, of course it used to affect me. And they were all in really great shape. And it would like hurt me when they used to make like constant remarks about my weight.
For Merrill then, thin equals being more relaxed about his mind and body. Sometimes it's just about self-will, without resorting to severe measures and unreasonable techniques.
I know a few people like that. They're very close to me. If your health regime is in order, if your fitness regime is in order, you don't have to be, you don't have to push yourself all that way. You don't have to be bulimic to lose weight. You don't have to trip on laxatives. You don't have to push a hand down your throat. It's not required. There was nothing I did not eat. Now I'm vegetarian. I have like 4 cups of green tea a day. I'm turning into a leaf.
So if you're planning to jump onto the thin bandwagon or staying away from it, the one big danger signal, and that which shines in red for one and all, is the word extreme. You may want to be the next superstar or just an in-shape mommy. Do remember to keep your tricks in moderation. and of course, in consultation. All else should then fall in place.